Hey everyone, thanks for coming to Painted By. Today we are painting a shark and we're going to do some wet on wet painting technique. All right, let's do it to it. Let's talk about the supplies we need. We need watercolor paper, our watercolor paints, a jar of water. I have a pencil and eraser, a paper towel, and a paintbrush. Now, before we get started, if you guys could subscribe so that we can continue making these free art tutorials for you. All right, everybody grab your pencil. First, we are going to do on this left side of our paper, little rounded bump down, and then one going up, but not quite as far. And then we're going to do the fin like that. Like there. And this is going to loop up. Then we're going to do a fin down here. And then we're going to continue the belly right up. The tail is going to come up here. Okay, now we've got the general shape down. We'll do a couple details inside. We're going to come up here, just a line down like that. Then we'll do the eyes and the mouth up here after we paint. The only other thing, we're going to do some gills, just a couple lines, rounded lines. That get a little smaller every time. I'm going to do my shark blues and blacks and grays, but you can do your shark any color you want. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my whole shark wet, and we're going to do some wet on wet action for this painting. I'm going to paint just with clear water everywhere. You try to stay in the lines as much as possible. You want to do this quickly because you want your shark to still be dry when we get the paint and do the wet on wet. All right, so I'm going to grab some light gray to begin with, and I'm going to do the belly. So I am just going to drop some paint and drag my brush just like that. This is called wet on wet, and this is why watercolor is so fun. It just bleeds, it just spreads. Okay, now I'm going to grab some dark blue color. And I'm going to do the top half. Now, while I'm doing wet on wet, I don't want to spread the paint too much on the paper. I just want it to work how it's going to. I want it to create the magic by itself. I'm going to grab a little bit darker gray, black color, and I'm just going to drop it in a couple places down here. Yeah, I like it. Okay, before we do the next step, we have to let this dry, and it's going to take a minute because this is pretty wet. So you can get a blow dryer and blow it dry, or you can get like a thicker piece of paper and fan it dry, or you can just step away and come back when it's dry. Okay, so my shark is all dry. So what I'm gonna do now is grab my eraser and I'm gonna erase the pencil marks that are showing through right now. I'm gonna grab my thin marker. You can use a pen or a marker, or you can even use your paintbrush again if you want. I'm gonna do the eye right about here, and I'm gonna leave some blank space in my eye to make it look like part of a reflection in there, okay? Just like that. Now I'm gonna do the other eye just so you can kind of barely see it coming through right there. Okay, right here, a smile. And then I'm gonna outline the gills. Now I'm gonna go over this line that we drew. And then I'm gonna gently and lightly go around the shark. I'm not gonna press very hard. There we go, there's our shark. I love it. How did yours turn out? I hope it looks different because that means it's gonna have your style. Now, nobody's gonna know who this was painted by if we don't sign our names. I'm gonna use this same marker and I'm gonna do it right underneath the shark. My name. Guys, thank you for joining me. I'm so happy you came. Let's do this again. Bye.